Will Chelsea end their Premier League campaign on a high, or will Watford secure their first win at Stamford Bridge since May 1986? Watch until the end of this preview to hear all of my thoughts on tomorrow's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my preview for the match that will be taking place tomorrow afternoon at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League between Chelsea and Watford, with kickoff at 4 p.m. UK time. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly I'm going to run you guys through the Chelsea team news and only the Chelsea team news. I will then be giving you guys my lineup based on the team news that I'll be giving you guys very shortly, and lastly I'll be giving you guys my score prediction. So without further ado, let's get straight into the preview of Chelsea's final game of the 2021 to 2022 Premier League campaign. Let's do it. So we shall begin by taking a look at the Chelsea team news, and in this preview I only have one piece of information for you guys in regards to the Chelsea first team, and it concerns Malang Sarr, Saul Niguez, Harvey Vale and Lewis Hall, and this story explains that Thomas Tuchel might This story explains that Thomas Tuchel might make some rotations that may see the four players that I've just mentioned make it into the squad, or the starting 11, I shall say. But yes, that is the only piece of information that I have for you guys in regards to the Chelsea first team. And in all honesty, I like the idea of us potentially making some rotations, particularly with the fact that Harvey Vale and Lewis Hall could be in the squad for tomorrow's match. I think it would be good for them, and this is a game where we do have room to do so, because yes, we've secured Champions League football. Yes, we've pretty much secured third place, unless Tottenham Hotspur score 20 goals at Carrow Road in tomorrow's game, or in their game tomorrow, I shall say. But yes, I'm all for this, and hopefully they do start. If Salniguez starts or Malang Sarr, I'd completely understand, but hopefully Lewis Hall and Larvi. Oh my god, I almost said Larvi. Hopefully Lewis Hall and Harvey Vale, sorry, are at least on the bench. But yes, that is it for the Chelsea team news. Let's move on to my lineup based on the team news that I've just given you. Let's do it. Now I am going to run you guys through my lineup based on the team news that I've just given you, and yes, we're going to begin by talking about the formation that I've chosen. And yes, I've chosen to go with a 3-4-3/3-4-2-1, and in terms of the personnel that I've chosen, I've gone with Edouard Mendy in goal, although I would not be surprised if Kepa was in goal for tomorrow's game, given some of the things that I said when I gave you guys the team news about us having room to put players in who don't get many appearances. So yes, if Kepa starts tomorrow's game, I would not be surprised, and I certainly wouldn't mind because he is a good goalkeeper. But yes, I've gone with Edouard Mendy in goal. In terms of my back three, I've gone with Trevor Chalobah in the right centre-back position. I think he's been really good recently. He had a good game against Leicester City. Didn't really put a foot wrong. But yes, I would like to see him in tomorrow's starting 11. And I'll say it again, he deserves it. He's been good recently and has had a good season overall, in my opinion, anyway. But yes, that's who I've gone with in the right centre back position. Sorry about that. In terms of who I've gone with in the centre of the back three, I've gone with Thiago Silva. And for me, he's been our best defender this season. He's been extremely solid. He's been influential in the way we've played. He he's been influential in the way we've played, and he deserves to play for that reason. I don't see Andreas Christensen starting, and that's also why I've gone with, I shall say, Thiago Silva in the middle of the back three. And now to complete my back three, I've gone with Antonio Rudiger. It's gonna be his last game. Well, it is going to be his last competitive game for the club, and it would be nice to give him the send off he deserves because he's been a great servant for the club and he has he has helped us to many trophies since he's been at the club. So he deserves to be given the send off that he deserves, and that's why I've gone with him in the back three or in the left centre back position in the back three, and that of course completes my back three. I've said back three too many times now. We move into the four just in front of the three, the defensive three that is, and I we move into the midfield four, and of course I'm including the two wing backs. Sorry, my stuttering is getting really bad, isn't it? But anyways, in the right wing back position, I've gone with Reece James. For me, he was our best player against Leicester City, and he needs to play against Watford tomorrow. Yes, this is a game that we don't necessarily need to win, but it would be nice to see us end the season on a high. So hopefully, if Reece James plays, he puts in a good performance. But I do trust him to do so. So I completely trust him to do so. And yeah, it's just a shame that he hasn't had too many consistent runs in the team this season due to injury. But yes, for me, he does make it into tomorrow's starting lineup against Watford. But yes, that's where I've gone with in the right wing back position. In terms of the two central midfield positions now, I've gone with N'Golo Kante and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I do believe that Ruben Loftus-Cheek has looked decent recently, and I would completely understand if he was to start. Having said that, though, I wouldn't be surprised if either Jorginho or Sal Niguez were to be in tomorrow's starting 11 because, like I said in the team news, Sal Niguez might be given a place due to potential rotation. But yes, I've gone with N'Golo Kante and Ruben Loftus-Cheek for the reasons that I've just given you. And in terms of the left wing back position, I've gone with Lewis Hall. For me, he has played in this position in this formation for us, and he can play there. He can play down the left hand side. Yes, he's more of a central midfielder, but he can play as a left wing back. And I think that if we're going to rotate, and he is one of the candidates to be in the team, then he should go into that position. So that's why I've gone with him. Nothing against Marcos Alonso whatsoever. I just think that if Lewis Hall was to start, he should start in this position. But that's why I've gone with in the midfield four. And to complete the lineup, this is why I've gone with in the front three. In the right forward position, I have gone with Mason Mount. And the reason why I've done so is because yes, Hakim Ziyech had a decent game against Leicester City on Thursday, but for me, Mason Mount does need to start this one because despite the potential rotations that might be made in tomorrow's game, I do think that Watford will want to. I do think that Watford will want to exit the Premier League with a positive result and a good performance. And I think that Mason Mount is a player who will help us press and help us retain the ball and help us get up the pitch. So if Watford were to come to Stamford Bridge and press us high, then I think that is a reason why Mason Mount should start. And that is why I've gone with him in my lineup for tomorrow's game. Yes, Hakim Ziyech, like I said, had a decent game against Leicester City, and if he was to start again, I'd completely understand, and I certainly wouldn't be against it because he does offer something different to Mason Mount. But I've gone with Mason Mount. Let me know what you think of that one. But yes, I've gone with Mason Mount. I'll say it again. Up front, I've gone with Romelu Lukaku. For me, he did not have a great game against Leicester City. He didn't get too many chances, but he was decent. I'd say he was decent. Maybe me saying that he didn't have a great game was a bit harsh, but he did have a couple of chances and he was unlucky with the header that he had in the second half. But for me, he should start tomorrow's game because I just don't see Kai Havertz starting up front against Watford tomorrow. If he does start, then if Kai Havertz does, sorry, I lost my train of thought. If Kai Havertz does start though, I would expect him to like. Okay, I lost my. Do you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I lost my trail of thought. I apologise. My thoughts are all over the place. Sorry, but yes, I've gone with Romelu Lukaku up front because of what he offers in terms of his physicality. He is a quick player, and he can link up play really well. Against Leicester City, he was dropping deep and trying to impact the play from deep. He did so with varying degrees of success, but if he's able to do this against Watford tomorrow and pull it off, then I could see him causing a nuisance if he does that. But in terms of what I was going to say about Kai Havertz, what I was going to say is that if he starts, then I see him offering something different because Kai Havertz does like to drift to the sides and create overloads in the forward areas, and that could create space for other players to get into. So if Kai Havertz does start, then that would give us a different option. But yes, I've gone with Romelu Lukaku up front for those reasons. Sorry for losing my trailer four, and sorry for losing my trailer four earlier. But anyways, to complete my lineup, I've gone with Harvey Vale in the left forward position. For me, it would be nice to see him in this position. If he does start tomorrow's game, then hopefully he gets a goal. It would do him the world of good. But hopefully he starts tomorrow. And whenever I've seen him play, he has looked good. So it would be nice for him to get another run out. And if he does, then fingers crossed he does his best. But anyways, that's the lineup that I've gone with. Please, guys, do drop your lineups down below. And as always, I will do my very best to respond. Here's a graphic showing you guys the formation that I've chosen and the personnel that I've chosen for my lineup. Let's move on. Now, in terms of my score prediction, I have chosen to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win, and the reason why I've done so is because I really do think that we should be winning this game. But having said that, I wouldn't put it past us to drop points because we've been dropping too many points at Stamford Bridge from winning positions, and that's exactly why I wouldn't be surprised if we did so tomorrow against Watford. But we really should have enough quality to get the job done against Watford, and hopefully we do exactly that. Yes, I know Watford have been relegated, and they'll want to finish their Premier League campaign on a high, but I really do think that we should be winning this game. It's as simple as that. But anyways, that's why I've gone over 2-0 Chelsea win. That is it for this preview. I'll see you all very soon. Come on, you Blues. Come on, Thomas Tuchel, and peace. I'm out of here.